doing this video in black and white for a bit of fun. Just noticed on my phone it's got some settings and I put it on classic. Anyway, little quick video this morning. As I always say, quick, it's actually probably going to be longer than that. Basically, I'm sitting on the toilet. I'm not going to the toilet, I'm just, it's the only place in my house I can get and not wake everybody up. Because everybody's sleeping close to either the living room, dining room, and they're the only two rooms I've got apart from the bathroom. It's the other end of the house and no one can hear me. Just reading comments on my Scumbag Jehovah's Witness video, the Scumbag Jehovah's Witness one, and there's a bloke called John Roberts commenting on my videos, trying to get people back into the truth. And I've been reading the comments, and it got me thinking, and it got me reading the Bible again. And he's trying to get people back, and I'm happy to say actually that all you ex-Jehovah's Witnesses are wrong. I was wrong, and I'm going to try and get reinstated. So John Roberts, if you believe what I've just said, you're a mug. As if I would. You can quote scriptures, you can say how good the organisation is by doing this, by doing that, and how many people are falling for the lies and joining 300,000 a year or whatever it is. Don't care, mate. Do not care. All the elders in my congregation and other surrounding congregations lied to me and tried to deceive me. There was a paedophile, there is a paedophile in the congregation I have just left. I am a good person. My family are good. My daughter was diagnosed with diabetes just before lockdown. We came back home not being able to go to the shops and count the carbs and stuff on the food. We just had to get used to it online and everything else. It was difficult. And the elders thought it was okay. There was a paedophile who's had sex with underage girls in Thailand twice in the last 3 years. Because we know he went to Thailand twice. Once just before he came in, and once since he's been here about a year ago, he went to Thailand. So, could be a mistake. The person who said he went the second time, the first time I know for a fact, whatever. He was a reinstated Jehovah's Witness who'd been to prison, who had tags on after he'd been to prison, had to sign in with the police and stuff. Now he's off that. I don't know. I don't know if he's off the sex offenders list. I don't know if you can come off it, but something's not right. But whatever. Elders told me he had thoughts about children. He is a paedophile. Paedophiles get kicks just from being near children. Yeah? I'm going to upset people with this video. It's going to bring back probably memories for a lot of ex-JWs because a lot of them were abused. And since we've left the truth, people tried to get us back. And whilst trying to get us back, in the discussions they were talking, saying we had to deal with the same thing. I was abused. So all these people are still in and being abused because they're brainwashed, mate. John Roberts, you're a plonker. I would never go back to that. Lying elders. Now, when we came back home to lockdown, then the Zoom meeting started. We went on there and saw the paedophile. Now, other people in the congregation who know what he is don't like him. And he's on there, hello everyone, acting all fake. And we couldn't, no, you can't have your kids on there. Your organisation, John Roberts, says watch your kids in case there are paedophiles online. But guess what? There was a paedophile online, and my elders said that I shouldn't be worried about it. They thought I should have my children online with a paedophile when he could be sitting there. I mean, you can't see my hands in this videos. I could be taking, if you were on here now, I could be taking screenshots of you just by clicking my finger. And you know, I don't want my kids' faces being cut out and put on other videos and stuff and messed up stuff like that. Yeah, the guy thinks about what I said about children in that way. They told me, I was pushed aside. So guess what? We couldn't be on Zoom and my kids were upset. Does God want that? Does he want kids upset? Does he want them on videos with men taking pictures of them? Does he? Is that what you need for everlasting life? Because actually an elder did tell me that basically if I wanted everlasting life, I've got to take my kids to the hall to have them gawped at. When he read a scripture to me about the man who sent out his daughters to be raped instead of the angels. Come on, mate. It's not from God. Not at all. You shouldn't be on here looking at apostate videos because your society tells you not to. So you're not doing what God is telling you to do. So you're not all that great, are you, mate? Plus, I wonder if your name is John Roberts. And if it is, maybe I should send your name to the Bethel or something and see if I can get you found out, mate. And see if your elders that you think are great, see if your organisation that's run by God, let's see if they'll be happy with you looking at apostate stuff, thinking you're so strong in the truth. It's not the truth. Look at their governing body lying online. The Australian Royal Commission and the IICSA thing that's just gone on over in the UK over here. You got matey buying booze. Come on. Don't be stupid. No one watching your video, reading your comments is coming back, even if you get a thumbs up, you plonker. It's boring reading your comments, by the way. It's absolutely boring. It's just, why? You shouldn't be looking at apostate stuff, should you? You're a naughty boy. You're actually not actually a Jehovah's Witness because you're going against what Jehovah's telling you to do. So maybe you should think about yourself before you think about other people, mate. Anyway. And I'll tell you a quick story. We knew of a sister was being beaten by her husband. For a fact, she was then put into a woman's refuge. She'd done nothing wrong. She went into a woman's refuge, and guess what? The man who beat her is still an elder. The people in the congregation didn't treat her very nice, and she had to leave. Now her family don't have any contact with her or her child. Where's the compassion in that? A woman gets beaten by her husband and loses all her friends, and they shun her because she was beaten. Should she have stayed with him? That's not the only woman I know it happened to, in the truth. There's more. More people have been through child abuse. More people have been abused. Let alone, and you can say, yeah, well, people, you get that in all religions, not as rife as Jehovah's Witnesses, mate. The elders are covering it up. At least own up and do something about it, you know. if it was God's organisation, he'd see that bloke hitting that woman and he'd say, right, she needs looking after. People go around her house and clean and cook for her, and give her comfort, more importantly, give her love, and get that man and take all his things off him. But we can't do that, can we? We can't give the elders a bad name. Oh no. That would look really bad. People might leave the organisation and they'd stop getting their money. And their free labour, trying to brainwash other people. Anyway, John Roberts, I am never going back to that rubbish. You are brainwashed, and like me, you're like you. I was like you. I thought in Russia with all the persecution, I kept thinking, why are they being persecuted when there was a family who were given an award for the best family of the year or something, whatever it is, best family up on the platform thing, given an award, Jehovah's Witnesses best family, blah blah blah. And then they're persecuting the Jehovah's Witnesses not long after or whatever. Well, I'll tell you why. Because now I've left the truth I can see, and Putin probably sees it as well, and all the Russians, that it splits up families, it destroys communities. That's why. Maybe he gave that award to that family, looked into Jehovah's Witnesses, and then found out the truth about them and thought, bloody hell, that's a nasty old religion. Let's get rid of it. Maybe all this other, it's not a nice religion that follows the Bible. It's a false religion that follows men. That's what got me out when I saw that the governing body are not spirit appointed and all that lot. Come off it. So yeah, John Roberts, this video's not for you, but just my thoughts on your comments, mate. So yeah, I was like you and used to look at apostate stuff, and I think that did help me out a bit. So hopefully it helps you come out a bit. Maybe all them things, maybe one thing will click in your head. Something might happen to you. Maybe you'll be mistreated one day. Just wait for it. Maybe you haven't got kids and a wife and you're single and you won't have to deal with those things. Also, remember that scripture. I can't remember exactly what it was, but a bit like pride before a fall. Bit like pride before a fall. Be aware that those who think they're strong, basically, you think you're great in the faith and blah blah blah. You might just beware because you think you're good now, but it's those who are like that do fall. I'd like to have a comment maybe when you do leave. That'd be quite interesting, wouldn't it? Maybe when you do open your eyes and something happens to you personally, and you see the filth of what it really is. I suppose it's like if you went to a lake and you saw the lake look beautiful on top, beautiful and clear, and you can see all the fish inside. That's where you are, but you haven't been pushed in yet, mate. When you get in that water and you're pushed in, there's no fish in there, just turds floating around, and used condoms and the most disgusting things. And once you've been in it, mate, and you're covered in it, it's disgusting. That's what the truth. That's what I'm not gonna try not to even say the truth anymore because I keep saying that. The lie. That's what the lie does. Is disgusting. Anyway, I'm out. To all you ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, keep going. Don't go back. Come on. If you're lonely, get on Facebook. Get on some XJW groups. Find a nice one. And maybe make some friends. My wife's been talking to some people on there. My daughter's been talking to a woman who's into stones and their vibes and stuff like that, chakra and that sort of stuff. is interesting stuff because it's actually been scientifically proven with all this stuff. But anyway, so my daughter's got a bit of someone to talk to, which is really nice. So thank you. You know who you are if you watch this video. Thank you for that. We're not finding it easy to find friends for the kids at all because of coronavirus lockdown. There's no groups on, no nothing, so they've actually got no outside friends. There's some family, but we're all busy. But yeah, so thanks to all your JWs for your support, all your nice comments and things like that. And I suppose, yeah, thank you John Roberts as well for your comment, because you've made me think even, I suppose, a little bit deeper about why I left and why I am never coming back to the lie. Goodbye people. Ciao ciao.